Vancouver, Jonathon Jennings did not let an off-season of critical self-assessment go to waste Saturday night. Jennings rebounded from a disappointing 2017 campaign and a winter of reflection as he completed 20 of 24 passes for 183 yards and 2 touchdowns while leading the BC Lions to a 22-10 victory over the Montreal Alouettes in the 2018 season opener for both teams Saturday night. Jonathon Jennings rushed for 57 yards as the Lions won their season opener for only the second time in the past 6 years. Daryl Dyke, the Canadian press, "It felt great," said Jennings. "It was my goal all off-season to come in here and respond. I know who I am as a player. I just had to come out here and do it." Jennings did not throw an interception after tossing more picks, 19, than touchdowns, 16, in 2017 as the Lions went 7-11 and missed the playoffs for the first time in 2 decades. He was decidedly different than the quarterback who threw 3 interceptions in a season-ending loss to eventual Grey Cup champion Toronto last fall. "Obviously, I washed the whole season out," Jennings said. "It was a bad season. It was what it was. I had to make sure I responded. I did everything I could to focus on the response this year and what I was gonna do to be a better player this year." Article continued below. Jennings also rushed for 57 yards as the Lions won their season opener for only the second time in the past 6 years. The ALs lost after winning their past 2 season openers. Read more. CFL turns to social media to convert casual viewers into hardcore fans. Long's 27-yard field goal with 2:44 left in the third quarter, which gave the Lions a 12-10 lead, ultimately decided the outcome. BC got its touchdowns from Shaquille Johnson and Corey Watson, while Long provided the other points on 2 field goals, 2 punt singles and 2 converts. The Lions rebounded from an early deficit as their defense held the ALs scoreless after the first quarter. Middle linebacker Solomon Elimimian said the Lions were guilty of being too anxious and giving up a number of big plays early. But the win will help BC's season-long redemption effort. "It's one step closer on this journey to the playoffs, and, really, is just building that team chemistry and team camaraderie," he said. Article continued below. Both teams entered the game looking to make good on subpar 2017 seasons. While the Lions went through their woes in 2017, the Alouettes were a dismal 3-15. AL's quarterback Drew Willy, another signal caller looking to redeem himself, now with his 4th CFL team after being released by Toronto and joining Montreal, completed 22 of 32 passes for 266 yards and a touchdown. But new Alouettes coach Mike Sherman did not offer praise for Willy. "I'll have to look at the tape, on video, and really assess him and see what he was facing," said Sherman. Eugene Lewis scored Montreal's lone major as he fell on a loose ball in the BC end zone following a Chris Williams reception. Willy was still credited with a touchdown pass on the play. Meanwhile, Boris Bede kicked a field goal and a convert. The Alouettes were hurt by untimely penalties as they racked 125 yards worth of infractions. "The effort was good," said Williams, adding the offense needs to do more to help the defense. "We just lacked a little bit of discipline and execution." The Lions rebounded from the Lewis touchdown on their next drive as Jennings threw a 40-yard touchdown pass to Johnson. But the ALs went ahead 10-7 in the final minute of the opening quarter on a 30-yard Bede field goal. Both quarterbacks were perfect on their passes in the first quarter as Jennings went 7 for 7. Willy, who is looking to revive his career with his 4th CFL club, completed all 3 of his passes. Long accounted for all of the second quarter scoring as he booted punt singles of 50 and 54 yards, leaving the ALs with a precarious 10-9 halftime lead. After after he put the Lions ahead 15-10 on a 30-yard field goal 1:42 into the fourth quarter. BC cemented the win on Jennings' 11-yard touchdown strike to Watson at 8:27 of the final period. "We lost the field position battle today tremendously," said Sherman, lamenting his team's penalties. "And that's just unacceptable if we expect to win football games." Notes, Lions defensive back Marcel Young received a loud cheer from the crowd as he knocked down a male fan clad in underwear and a BC jersey after he ran onto the field during a break in the second quarter. The fan lay motionless for several moments before he was apprehended and hauled off by security personnel. The Als lost offensive tackle Reuben Carter to an injury in the first half. The Lions held a brief halftime tribute for late retired defensive lineman James "Quick" Parker, who died of a heart attack in March at the age of 60. Parker also toiled for Edmonton and Toronto and won 4 Grey Cups and multiple league defensive awards en route to CFL Hall of Fame induction in 2001.